Welcome, 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 and welcome back. Thanks for stopping and attending the Franklin's Fight to Financial Freedom. I'm your host, Netta. I appreciate your eyes and ears, but most of all, your thumbs up. Well, guys, you know Valentine's Day is coming. um, I put a pound cake on the tube, and it went absolutely wired. So I said, okay, I'm going to try to do a red velvet pound cake. Not much different. I've been looking at a lot of different recipes. I pretty much pulled together 3 different ones um, to see how that all would turn out, and I'm gonna see. So first, guys, I'm gonna start with everything needs to be room temperature, and I had kind of changed my mind. I didn't know if I was gonna do the cake or not, and then I was like, you know what, I'm really feeling a cake right now. So I want to try one. So I'm going to start with 3 sticks of butter, which is odd for me because I always put 4 sticks of butter in my cakes. But this isn't my recipe. It's a combination. Well, I guess it kind of is my recipe because I kind of tweaked it until it looked good to me. And I've seen most people use 3 sticks of butter when they are making this red velvet pound cake. Most people do 2 layers or 3 layers. I'm just going to do a bundt cake and see how it comes out. I have tried red velvet in the past. No bueno. One time I did and it came out pretty good. And I sold it for like $35. You know how I am about the creaming. I get the creaming and I cream and I cream and I cream and I cream. So that's going to cream for a while. A lot of this I'm probably going to cut out. But just to let you get the gist of it, that I like to cream my sugar. And I go from there. And I kind of wrote out what I think I wanted to do. So I'm going to put 3 sticks of butter. I'm going to do 4 eggs. I'm going to do, I had this red velvet cupcake coffee, and I saw another recipe to add coffee to your red velvet cakes. It makes it a little bit more rich, so I'm using that. It's already made in this cup here. I'm going to use a cup of buttermilk, 4 eggs, about a half a cup of oil, 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. I don't care what I'm making, I use 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. I'm going to use this whole ounce of food coloring. I always use just a pinch of salt. And then I have 3 cups of flour over here. This scoop. And I usually use this Swan's Down flour. And we're going to see how this puppy is going to come out, guys. Some people participate in Valentine's Day, some people don't. I don't really care. You know, if we have fun, we have fun. If we don't, we don't. But it's been such a hard trial, you know. It's been kind of crazy. So, and this is pretty much my husband and my son's favorite cake. So when I do finish the cake, half of it is going to have peanut pecans on it, and the other half is going to be plain because my baby can't eat nuts. But he loves this cake. And I think I said I was going to do 3 cups of sugar, which is crazy. I don't think that's enough sugar to sweeten anything. Let alone a cake. That's what I have down, 3 cups of sugar. Whew, y'all pray for me. 3 cups of sugar. I don't even know how to function with 3 cups of sugar. I know somebody's gonna tell me to put the cake description down in the recipe in the description box. I'm not sure how this is gonna work out because I've never made it before. But if it comes out good, I'll list it. If not, you know, plenty of recipes on the YouTube regarding the cake. And I never use I'm going to use a teaspoon of baking soda and powder. I'm not a fan of doing that either. I've never really used that before in a cake. So, there was nothing. I'm going to put it in this flour over here. And then I'm going to sift all of that flour together. And salt. I always just use salt in the palm of my hand. You know, it says use baking soda. And then they talk about all this reaction and stuff that's supposed to happen. I don't know what reaction is supposed to be going on. But the buttermilk reacts with the baking soda and the vinegar. And then also, I need to use a, I believe it's a tablespoon of cocoa powder. Now, this is unsweetened cocoa powder. It's, I don't know, how much am I using? Two tablespoons. Good, because I got one big tablespoon right here. One big teaspoon right here. And I'm going to put that. And you know they just say that red velvet is just a cooked chocolate cake with red dye in it. I beg to differ. Because I love me a sweet chocolate cake with a whole bunch of chocolate ice in it. A red velvet cake by no means tastes like chocolate cake and red velvet cake don't taste like to me. Now, Old School Soul Food on YouTube, who's a phenomenal chef, Chef Jeffrey, he says he's not a fan of chocolate cake, but I've seen him make his red velvet cake, and I watched him make it this year, and I watched his YouTube channel last year with him. Let's just be mixing it with him making his cake. But he says he doesn't like chocolate, and he's not a fan of red velvet cake, but people love his red velvet cake. And he just says it just tastes like a chocolate cake. Now, I don't know about that. I love me some red velvet cake, and I love me some chocolate cake. And they don't taste nothing like each other to me. Of course, you know, when you're creaming butter, anything, you need to knock these sides down. That's that goodness right there. And that Chef Jeffrey say everything has to be incorporated. So it looks like the key to this cake is all your wet ingredients, and then your dry ingredients. But like I told you, no matter what cake I'm making, I put 2 tablespoons of vanilla in it. I don't know. I picked it up from somebody on YouTube. And I used to just put a mess of vanilla in my cakes anyways. I love the way it makes it smell. And go from there. And that's just gonna cream and cream. Now it's gonna get tricky when I start adding this oil and this buttermilk and all this good stuff. That's gonna be the tricky part. You guys bear with me. Hold on tight. Hold on for the ride. Now, I may need to sift this a little bit more because there's some chocolate chunks in here. And I don't know how well that's going to go. I've already added salt. I've already added vanilla. I've already added baking soda. Coffee is already brewed right there. And I'm just making sure this is nice and stirred up because this has the flour, the cocoa powder, and the baking soda in it, and the salt. And this will go in last part, powder, buttermilk, powder, buttermilk. Alrighty. And they say do 1 egg at a time. Here we go, y'all. Make sure it's all nice and incorporated. That's 1 egg. That's 2. And then I'll scrape the edges and we'll go from there. And I'm going to pull this closer. That's 4 eggs, guys. Don't hold it against me. I've never put 4 eggs in a cake. Then I see an eggshell in there. I like, nope, not going in there. See that eggshell almost trying to go in there. Got it. I like 6 double eggs in my cake. This is just 4. Now this comes out good. I'm going to be so excited because that means that I can cut back on my eggs. It's creaming, guys. Let's get those edges down. Anybody have any particular plans for Valentine's Day? I got my husband and I down for the 28th for date night, so I'm not worried about going anywhere, but more than likely he'll bring flowers or something home. This is the way he is. If he don't, I don't care. Alrighty, let's get this creamed up again. Get that out the way. I think this is about the longest process for me, is just creaming everything and making sure everything is nice and incorporated, because I don't want to Alrighty, time for some oil. The wet ingredient. And all this is going to do is just add moisture to this cake. Some stuff just flew out of there. Now one time I had something I had to add oil, and I mixed the oil with something else and it didn't mix well. So I'm glad that I'm doing this right now. And I may not use all of this. I have only 1 cup of oil. I think that's enough. I'm going to add my coffee. Slow this down. Now this cake is going to be a wet cake. Seems like it's going to be wetter than usual. Go down a little bit more. This is going to be real interesting. Hopefully this make it to YouTube, guys. I'm afraid of that coffee. It looks like it's strong. Let me scrape these edges down. Then I'm going to put it on high speed. I had my son, he had a fever yesterday. This boy has always had fevers. And I don't have a rhyme or reason why he spiked up temperature. I've gotten so used to it now that I don't even react to it. I turn the pipe up on some fluids and get him some Ultra. And they usually last about 48 hours and he's gone. Maybe blowing his nose right now. Okay. That's it for the coffee. I'm going to alternate. This is full. It's been over. I think that's all the dry ingredients, guys. So I'm going to add a little bit of milk. And add some flour. I'm going to add a little bit of milk. We're turning pink, y'all. Let's slow it down. I'm going to add a little bit more flour. I'm going to add a little bit more milk. Let's scrape these edges down. It's just pink right now. Which, if anything's at the bottom, let's get it to the top. What that lady say? Get all your cake batter off. Don't leave none of it behind. I don't typically do. Oh, there was somebody else coming home. Let's add some more flour. Oh, this is the last bit of flour, guys. Last bit of buttermilk. That's beautiful, guys. See how that's turning? Things. We're gonna crack this beach up. You ready for it? I see a chunk of chocolate in there. hope that's not the smoke alarm. I can't. There is nothing worse than I can't stand watching somebody video and they smoke alarm just a beeping. That drives me nuts. I haven't heard. Was that your phone? I be watching.
That was the body camera I just put in the charger.
Oh.
Then that was also my phone.
I be watching them videos and I be hearing that smoke alarm chirp and be driving me crazy. New recipe. Yeah, I said the same thing, but I thought I would try it.
Why is there cake cup?
No, I forgot my vinegar. That was.
Experiment.
Yes.
We did.
Yes.
We always said we didn't like coffee.
No, we did not like the coffee. But it's red velvet cupcake coffee. It might be good in the red velvet cake. Alrighty guys, hold on. Well, I'm going to spray my pan. The cake's not as red as I anticipated it to be, but, and it tastes a little bit too chocolatey for me. And it's not sweet. So, I told you I use this stuff right here. Don't ask me about it. I don't know how toxic it is, but it works. Somebody was saying Joy is the better one to use. Still come out like a ribbon. Ooh, 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 ooh. Did y'all see all that? Now, I better not fill this to the rim. I think she gonna blow over if I put any more in here. I could probably make me a little I don't know, I'm gonna go for it. Or will it do just what the rest of them do? They now I'm trying not to block the camera. Y'all know I'm not a professional. Oop. Okay, I better get over here. My husband's like, ooh, yeah, chocolate. I tell you, we got neighbors. He outside with that music.
Oh.
Them old people over there, be raising hell.
You put him out there.
If there's need to be a place, what the hell we doing?
How you feeling, boy? You alright? You sure you alright?
Yes, sir.
You know him and these short-lived viruses, he had 24-hour fever.
You had to take any more medicine?
JJ, give me a roll of paper towels, please. Hey guys, I'm just cleaning it up the edges. This is just the spray here from, and I think it's too much batter in here. It's gonna blow over. I kind of don't want that to happen. I'm gonna see. I'll see you guys in about an hour and who turned my timer off? Oh, okay, guys, I'll be back. All right, y'all, I flipped her out. She's looking pretty good. What the hell that was, but okay. She's beautifully red. She's redder than I thought she was gonna be. I want to cut her and see what she looks like in the inside. I haven't had any sugar in 3 days, and this is gonna be a hoot. I'm only gonna cut a sliver. My grandma used to give us a sliver for a butter cake. That's it. You wouldn't get no more than a sliver. Oh, y'all, look at her. She is a beauty. Do you see that? Oh my God. Girl, now I think you done came up on something, honey. She's so moist. Look at that, y'all. Look at this. That's my little trick, y'all. Don't tell nobody. Not put it back together and you'll never know. Those that done been in it. All right, guys. This is still warm. I just want to see. And then when I ice it, it's going to be even more amazing. Okay. She moist, y'all. I think after I put the cream cheese on it and the pecans, I'm gonna let my hubby taste. I'm tired. I'll be back.